consciousness, there is group consciousness. And then there is consciousness at different levels. Jivatma, Paramatma, Parabrahma, there are different levels of it. But everything is that is there, that exists out there. Yes, there is small, some kind of logical structuring for us to understand this better. Consciousness is awareness. Awareness is deep inside, it's a thought. So it is a thought is that mind when it is individualized for ourselves, an individual consciousness which is about ourselves, where this material reality is one of it. It's not the whole of the individual consciousness. That Anandamaya Kosha, which is that Atman, is that individual consciousness of which this material reality is one of it. So talking about this material reality, then of course we're talking using the words conscious mind, subconscious mind, unconscious mind. So we're using the words, so the conscious mind, which is about this material reality of our individual consciousness, which is existing forever, then conscious mind and subconscious, unconscious are there within this reality. So the conscious mind, we are saying, is anything that is derived out of this material reality. This event, that event, right now, this workshop. Subconscious mind is anything that is repeated. It is just still part of this material reality, or it has memories coming from the various other realities of our own individual consciousness. To understand this, if the mind is outside the body, and the material reality is everything defined through this body, the mind is outside the body, and the imprints are carrying forward and they're coming from outside the body. And this is also understood well when they've done this research. Every cell, if you're made up of cells, and the cells do not have their brain in the center of the cell, which is the nucleus, what contrarily they thought the DNA is where the DNA is in the center of the cell in the nucleus, and then they thought originally DNA is where everything is coming from, so that's a master. But they did an experimentation where they removed the DNA as part of this epigenetic experimentation. The center, they removed the center nucleus, and the cell did not die. They're looking at it, and the cell is communicating through the membrane. Cell membrane has got the brain from a cell perspective. The cell membrane is where it's got receptors, it is receiving from the environment. So if you're made up of cells, and if you're receiving information from the environment, based on the type of information it is receiving, the cell is acting to extend itself, to live its life. So if just from that perspective, if the cell is living or not living based on the information that is receiving from its membranes, which is external to the cell environment, and we are made up of these cells, And so if the information is coming from externally and which is causing us to live or not live, so that is, then this infinite field of quantum field is infinite. So if the information is coming from the external to the cell, which is from this whole energy field, and is coming from there, then it has to be that it need not be that our individual body, this consciousness, this body, is only one for carrying our memories. Our memories could be carried forward maybe in multiple realities. Because it's external, and then what would it stop from doing it only into one entity? Why would not be multiple? When they do the heart transplants, if the memories are going in from one person to another person, where are the memories stored? So there's got to be somewhere. Time and again in the research, then heart transplants are done, and the original persons, the persons whose heart has been given to somebody else, some of their habits immediately, if they didn't have any food liking at all before, but now they suddenly start liking, say, this junk food, or should not use the word junk food, but what about this fast food? Yes, there still may be some junk food. It's a different thing. So they suddenly show the cravings. So it's again another experimentation where it is shown that suddenly these individuals develop memories and habits of someone else when they did this heart transplantation. So it is coming from somewhere. So the consciousness, our individual consciousness, potentially is existing in multiple places. That's why quantum physics says there is this universe and then multiverse. There are multiverses that exist because it's beyond this universe, and all are there. So there is Jivatma, Paratmatma, Parabrahma. We could visualize that way. A few levels of it. But all of whatever it is, consciousness is there, everything that exists, and in that there is an individualized consciousness which is us, and one of that is this material reality, this body that we've taken, we are here. And now within that there is conscious mind, subconscious mind, and consciousness. The conscious mind is everything that we are talking about, everything that is derived in this material reality. Subconscious mind is about this, as well as potentially it's got the memories of about ourselves from other existence of ourselves, our individual consciousness. Which is where it is leading to a law of reincarnations. And more. Reincarnation is one thing, but there are also other areas of it. So things that we do not know potentially from our past, but then it's recorded, it is there because the whole mind is coming from outside, from this field. It's still part of the consciousness, right? It's still part of the consciousness, but it's coming from the field. It is there, an individualized version of it as an energy that is spread all over in this entire universe. Because ultimately everything is energy. And those thoughts, when they crystallize, absorbed by somebody, then becomes matter. So there is conscious mind and the subconscious mind, which is part of our individual consciousness. But the subconscious mind potentially is extending not only this material reality, but also several others where suddenly we start remembering. Subconscious. Not everything that we remember is there. But related. Unconscious is there, which is about that thing that is beyond our consciousness, individual consciousness that we pull out from entire universe. For example, when people have an experience of, they say, I feel like I am just the light. nothing more. I'm in this meditation experience where there is everything of me is dropped completely. And we have that transcendental experience where I'm completely dropped and I am just the light. There is no boundary. There is no this, there is no you, there is no me. It's all just the light. Which is the real experience of this total existence. Where there's no separation of individual, yourself, other person. I'm there, I'm experiencing you, I'm experiencing me. Both I'm experiencing. That's the level of consciousness. But I'm seeing you, I'm seeing me, but I experience that I know that you and me are same. That is one level. I don't see you and me separate, we're all the same. Another level. And then I don't even see this something called entity, it's just the light. It's another level. Jivatma, Paramatma, Parabrahma. You could think that way. So coming back to this individual consciousness that we are here, we are into 4 states. This consciousness, we are as an individual, we're going into these 4 states. We always oscillate in these 4 states. Wakeful state, sleep, deep sleep. Sleep is deep sleep state. Dream sleep state. It's called dream state. Deep sleep state where you don't have dreams. And fourth one is this transcendental state, which is where we are beyond the body in a meditation. Or sometimes in nature, you just gaze into the nature and then you go into a trance, what we call trance, or the altered state, we don't realize your body. So we are into these 4 states. And clearly, our sleep, which is spanning 2 states, dream sleep, dreams and dreamless sleep, the REM, is an important part of our life. So we got to have a very good sleep. At the basic of it, we got to have not necessarily the long sleep, but have a good sleep. A sleep where it is useful. A sleep where it is useful, it is what it's meant to be. And these thoughts are going into the sleep state too. You know that the research is that the mind is not fully, the mind is still active in sleep state. You might have read. So meditation is absolutely making our sleep better and better and better. Meditation is taking us into the deep REM sleep states easily, so that you are absolutely where you are repairing, you are healing yourself. Or it is also in a dream sleep state, which is almost like that alpha and theta states, where we are getting some kind of insights. We're experiencing outer reality again, just like the transcendental experience, what we're experiencing something different. In dreams also we're experiencing something outer reality. Just experience it. It's like another life. We're experiencing here, we're experiencing there. We don't have to perhaps analyze too much, but it's just another level of experiencing that everything that exists. Meditation is making them very clear and clear and clear, so that you can actually experience it better. You remember, you come out and say, oh wow, I've seen today Alp mountains. So this meditation that we do is giving us the transcendental experience when we're going into that. So as we meditate, as we're touching into the core, so we're going into this transcendental experience, which means that we are not body, we are beyond the body. So one, we are experiencing that feel, that consciousness of us which is larger than this body consciousness, right? We're experiencing that, where we're merging in from individual to that universal to the multiversal consciousness. That's one. Meditation is getting our sleeps better, making our dreams more clearer. Then meditation, of course, is getting us into the REM sleep state at will very quickly in many times. And then, of course, because we are regularly meditating, we become so self-aware, so our wakeful state also becomes very, very productive. Our wakeful state, where we again spending a good amount of time, and because meditation is making us very, very self-aware, so we are in the moment. And so meditation is making our life during the wakeful state also getting very better. To be in the moment, for long enough to be in the moment, continuously, and then to be having those very effective wakeful dream sleep states, or any of these four states, we need to do our meditation long enough. The longer you are going away from the body and then become one with this whole existence. And the more you become of that existence, because this is the natural, that's how the nature works, right? Whoever you are with for a longer time, then you become of that. So the more time you spend in that, the more we become that. And then the more you become that, the more you have a beautiful experience of these four states. So dear friends, can we go into this meditation once again? Relax yourself. Sit comfortably. And make a strong commitment to yourself that you are going in and completely forgetting about yourself. We are into the second week. We are coming to the end of the second week. In the middle of the second week right now. Many of the past participants have experienced and then told us that after 2 weeks they start seeing quite a bit of changes. After 3 weeks, significant changes. Of course, we're going to run some self-assessment surveys this time too. If you're not experiencing anything as a newcomer, hold on. The process is right. The process is that you're disengaging from your body, this life, and then you're engaging with something that is larger, much larger than you can ever imagine. So we will understand this. Yes, I hear. So so that's why we're doing 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes. On Sunday evenings, we're doing even longer meditation. That's the only thing I learned from Patrisa. The longer, however much long you can go, meditate. Of course, understand the science behind it, understand the experiences so that you know how to navigate yourself. That's pretty easy. You keep reading, that's why. I heard Karthikeyan sir. Where is Karthikeyan sir? Hi sir. Yesterday we were trying to...
Can you hear me?
Yes sir, now I can hear you. Okay.
Yeah, yesterday I couldn't get the audio. Today I am fortunate. I am sitting in Radisson Blue with a Chamundi Hills beautiful view and listening to you. So, bonus.
Wonderful sir, that's great.
Most
I'm glad that you
beautiful.
got the audio connected.
Chamundi Hills is full of greenery and beautiful, and Radisson Blue. And I'm happy I could connect you today. I was seeing you yesterday, but audio was not working.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you very much. It's beautiful. Carry on.
Thank
Lovely.
you, sir.
I missed you yesterday.
That's great, sir. Thank you. Thank you to connect, and it's great that from Mysore you're connecting again. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes, what a place to meditate. Someone says it is.
And
Chamundi
view.
Hills is a beautiful. Yes.
Chamundi Hills view. There's a beautiful view. So much of greenery and flowers now. Mysore is still a beautiful city. Yes.
Nature meditation is three times more powerful.
What a bonus for me today.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting the best of both the worlds.
And you're getting more bonus from tomorrow from today, Pyramid Valley.
Yeah. I have changed my plan. Try to be there when you come.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining. Relax yourself, dear friends.
Greetings to everybody.
Greetings, sir. Sit comfortably. And those of you who are new, we are doing breath mindfulness meditation, where our goal is to empty the mind. To that, we observe a natural breath. The posture is simple. Close your eyes, remove the specs. 1. Cross your fingers into fingers and rest your hands comfortably in your lap. In your lap, in any way you feel comfortable. And cross your feet at ankles. You're sitting in the chair, cross your feet at ankles. Sitting on the floor, cross-legged. Padmasana or any of the special postures are not required. Spine need not be erect. Just takes comfortable support if you require for the back. And then as the body made comfortable, then naturally it is helping us to observe our breath to empty the mind. If the body is distracting us, then mind cannot go into the empty state. It takes a long time. So make the body comfortable. Cross your fingers into fingers. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap. Eyes closed and then feet crossed at ankles. And then we observe the normal natural breath. Your own rhythm of the breath, you observe it. No manipulation of the breath, no thinking of no chanting of mantra. Do not have any visualization of any forms, because everything at the end of the day becomes that still a mind activity. Breath, because we easily forget breath, so we follow the breath. Gautama Buddha discovered this technique. It is working for millions. 1 and 2 in the world who practice meditation are practicing this technique in many ways. So relax yourself. And then before we go into this meditation, which is called breath mindfulness, we're going into a process called heart elevation process, where we fill up our heart with love, gratitude, compassion, adventure, kindness, or any of those emotions for a few minutes. And when we do that, it is helping us brain go into a thoughtless state faster. One of the reasons. Follow me for this heart elevation process guidance. My guidance, follow me actively during heart elevation. When it comes to breath mindfulness, where I will say, now let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. So that time you change your posture and go into that. And when it comes to breath mindfulness, my guidance is secondary. Your observation of the breath and then becoming slowly empty is your primary process. My guidance will be there in the background. It will be there, but it is secondary. Do not follow necessarily that. If you are going into a thoughtless state where you feel like you're not hearing me at all, this is a perfect state to be in. Dear friends, keep your hands on your chest area with your eyes closed. With your hands on your chest area and eyes closed, rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. And can you feel your beautiful heart? Breathe more of that slow, long, relaxing breath and feel that seat of all emotions, which is nurturing all life with its love energy, with its compassion energy. Can you feel love compassion inside your beautiful heart. Relive a moment from your life. Feel more of that love energy, compassion energy, and expand your heart center. Love, gratitude, compassion, kindness, care are all the ways to multiply our experiences of life, to make us feel one with everybody and everything in this connected world where we're all one, deep inside, where energy intricately connected with each other. Can you feel the love energy inside your beautiful heart? Can you become one with all things and everybody? With that energy, can you radiate that energy onto every corner of this planet Earth? It's bound to be received by the needy. Friends, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap. With your eyes closed, observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. In this meditation, we observe our natural breath, for the whole duration. And as we observe the breath, our breath may become lighter and shorter, slowly and slowly. Just be with that lighter and shorter breath. Be with your breath. Become one with that in breath and the out breath, dear friends. when we observe our breath, our mind becomes slowly empty. When the mind is empty, we are channeling all the energy into the generous present moment. Be with your breath. Become one with that natural, normal, peaceful in breath and the out breath, dear friends. And allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. And as your mind is becoming empty, allow yourself to be a witness and observe all the sensations in your body. Allow yourself to be a witness to everything that you experience as you're becoming empty. as you are becoming one with your breath, allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. Can you find that emptiness inside your body as you're becoming one with your breath? Can you feel that emptiness all around your body, occupying your room? Allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind and become aware of that emptiness inside of you, all around you, spreading far and wide. As you became one with your breath, allow yourself to go into the infinite depths of this emptiness, where there is no body, where there is no one, no thing, in no place and no time. All emptiness is energy. That's energy in the quantum field with infinite possibility and unlimited opportunities. Allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into that emptiness. And tune in to the abundance of energies in this field. Everything that we ever experienced or will experience is here in this field as energy. This is your greater self. This is your greater mind. The longer you stay away from your body, from your life, and become that emptiness, the more you become of that greater mind, your divine self. Stay aware of that emptiness, of that energy as no body. Stay connected with that emptiness on your left side. Experience that energy of no body, no thing on your right side, spreading far and wide. To the infinite edges of this universe. Allow yourself to merge into that emptiness where everything is connected to everything else. Experience this wholeness once again. Deeper and deeper into that emptiness of yourself. experience that whole again. Friends, let's express gratitude. Gratitude is the highest state of receivership. Be grateful to your parents for giving us this beautiful connection to this universe. Be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding our wisdom. Be grateful to all the people in your life, your family, your friends, relatives, colleagues, everybody, for allowing us to learn so many things. Be grateful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, sun, the moon, the earth, for being such an integral part of our lives, with beauty, with energy, and more. Be grateful to all the things we use, the technology, our governments, our companies, various people who help us. Be grateful for all the challenges in your life. They're always helping us find the deeper meaning and initiating us into greatness. Be grateful to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others. Be grateful to this intelligent universe for allowing us to experience so much more and create a beautiful future for ourselves. Relax your body. Feel your body.
Mangalam bhavatu. Mangalam bhavatu. Mangalam bhavatu.
Relax into this beautiful chant for universal auspiciousness.
Bhumi mangalam mangalam.
And as you relax, reconnect your experience from the session.
Mangalam Bhumi mangalam
How did you
Mangalam
feel?
Udakamangalam
Where did
Mangalam
you go? What did you
Agnimangalam
experience?
Mangalam Vayumangalam Mangalam Agnimangalam Mangalam Vayumangalam
And whenever you're
Mangalam.
ready, you can keep your hands on eyes for 5 seconds and then open your eyes. Hope you enjoyed the session. Wonderful. We are connecting into that consciousness every time we meditate. Where our attention goes, there the energy flows. So we can apply that same concept here also. So if our attention is all about how do I get in touch with this larger part of me, so we have to give time. The more time you can give to connect into this larger consciousness, think about this. Seth, the Grand Master, talks about it. The more you can use the mental faculties, and the more you can become that. Use the mental faculties to contemplate. Where our attention goes, energy flows. So the more we think about this, the more what is it? Where am I coming from? Where is this thought coming from? We have more of these questions. And then more of this attention on the breath. And so the more we have to become that. So it's great to meditate once again, dear friends. And I hope you are making use of the book clubs. I understand they're not in a convenient time frame for people in US and Canada. We will see how to see if we can structure it to a different time. We'll make a decision by this week. While the current time slot will continue in the evening at 7:30, there is a possibility that we might do that in the morning after the session from 8 o'clock, so that those of you in US and Canada may be able to attend. But we are definitely reading one good book. Was You Are the Placebo was started the day before yesterday, and I believe yesterday it is going on. This Living with Himalayan Masters. So 2 books. There's a third book which perhaps will be read, I think it's Thursdays, which is Heal Yourself, You Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. So 2 times a week, 2 books are being read, and then Louise Hay is once a week. So make use of it. We got the time at 7:30 p.m. India time, so it's a great way to enhance our knowledge. Sir, how is your Sir Ramani sir, your meditation and then any of your message? Because I know you time constrained to leave at 7:15.
Chandra, once again, enjoying this 40-day session. And I'm glad that so many of our like-minded friends have joined. As DRK sir said the first day, even in the beginning, we feel about 500 in the morning, early in the morning. It's so nice that this family of meditating people is expanding. Great. I'm sure all of them are going to reap the benefits. The way you are conveying this program, the art of meditation, to everybody, I'm sure another maybe around 10 days, everyone will start feeling, another couple of weeks, they'll all start feeling the benefits of it. We have experienced it. We have started experiencing more and more now. And that's why we are again, this is the third 40 days cycle we are with you, I'm sure. So my best wishes to all those who are participating, and let us move in this direction further. It helps us so much to perfect, make things wholesome for us. So much of focus, peacefulness, and the way you are bringing in the scientific correlation to meditation. That is something which I'm sure many of the younger generation will appreciate it. Thanks, Chandra, and best wishes to everyone who's participating.
Thank you, sir. That's Padma Shri Dr. R.V. Ramani, sir, Managing Trustee and founder for the Sankarai Foundation. Very accomplished individual. And then sir is saying another 10 days, right? Anybody, the process is right, there has to be result. We know that. If the process is right, result will come. Assuming the process is designed for some kind of benefit and result, it's going to show up because if you're consistent in it. And meditation journey is individual, and so there is an individual experience. For one, it's on day 1, for it's on day 31. For most people, some way or the other, they're seeing something or the other in 3 weeks and on. So we learned about how meditation is eliminating stress, and so in general it is removing all the ailments that are caused by the stress. And in the process of healing, meditation is reducing the physical pain, so we can actually also start tolerating it more. That means that we can attend to our daily wakeful chores more, because the pain, anybody who's experiencing these chronic pains, many people experience it. More so with the people in IT industry. Spondylitis, backaches are so common. That's health. So we're looking at health. And one of the reasons how health is also changing is around this genetic expression. So our thoughts create reality, and then our feelings and thoughts create reality. So the more heightened feeling and thought we have, and with the cell which is relying on environment to constantly receive information, and that environment is filled with this energy and information, that is filled with nothing but the thought and feeling, which is going and then putting that energy into it as information. And so cell receive that, and then if the cell is receiving that, okay, I'm healed, I'm loving my body, I'm doing this trekking in Himalayas, and then I'm enjoying it, and then if that's the feeling that the cell is receiving, that's the information is receiving from the environment, then it is saying, okay, so it is taking that and expressing a new protein in the genes. There is a project called Human Genome Project. It's fascinating to hear. So when they did this project, they wanted to find out and construct all the genes of the human genome. They expected that there are 120,000 odd proteins in the body, so they expected that there will be 120,000 genes they'll find. One gene, one protein, because they've always been that we are hereditary, everything comes from the gene in a fixed way. And so one gene, one protein. But when the project finished, they only found 23,000 genes. Apparently. It was not made big. Because it is confused, science is confused at that point and say, how come it's only found that many? So each gene is expressing different ways, different protein. And where is that link? That link is this epigenetics is now trying to determine that. And the link is that you are receiving this information from the cell membranes, and so it is not from the core. The gene is in the nucleus. It is coming from the cell membrane, and then depending on depending on what thought it is receiving, what information is receiving, the cell receptors are taking it and then sending it to process inside. And a certain type of a different protein is produced. That protein is going in and saying, I want a feel good factor. If you needed to have a specific cell to be reconstructed from the protein, and the appropriate protein is produced so that that cell, whether it's a skin cell, if it's got to repair that patches due to sugar or whatever that has happened, which otherwise are never going away, but now they start going away because it is eaten away. But now it's going away because this body has gotten that thing from the master, who is saying that I've got a beautiful body and I'm going to utilize, I'm using it, and then I'm traveling all around. Whatever is your dream and visualization that you construct, we're going to learn this in 4th week on manifestation and how to visualize. But the point is that with our heightened thought and feeling, cells are regenerating, the body is regenerating itself in a significant way, because genes are producing new protein, because everything is around the protein to construct new cells. And so it is being determined. It is a lot of research happened, and then it is there. If you go into, you can use the word epigenetics, EPI genetics. And there's a lot of research. And then another website, ions.org, ions.org. A lot of research, scientific research around meditations. One more very important website that can have a lot of scientific correlation, Exploration of Consciousness Institute, eocinstitute.org. eocinstitute.org. A lot of scientific correlation. Whoever is doing that website is fabulous. So our healing is happening, not one is stress, a second is this way. Stress is taking out all the, meditation is taking out all stress-induced diseases by default, just in the default state of meditating, and then having this positive and miraculous mindset that now I've got a great body. I'm walking up and down my home stairs 20 times a day, and then you start doing it a little bit every day to feel that it is true. That's visualization. Are receiving that, and then they are transforming. They are receiving that, and then they are helping the genes produce new proteins to construct new cells wherever that's required. It's a great amount of healing happening this way, dear friends. You must read this book, You Are the Placebo. Anybody wanting to improve their health must read this book. There is so much more in terms of to understand this exactly. We have less time. Also, some of it is a little complex to understand, so I don't talk about this here. Now, we talked about early in the morning, before starting meditation, that or the 4 states, the sleep state, which is important, right? Because we spend a lot of time in the sleep state, so sleep has to be improved. So let's understand that a little bit around how meditation is improving the sleep, and how meditation is increasing the energy in the body. 2 fundamentals for definitely corporate environment, work environment, anybody for that matter, right? It's good to recollect. Always the concepts are good to recollect. So how is meditation improving the energy? 1 is health, and 2nd is energy. 3 things. Restful sleep or optimized sleep, 1. 2nd, reduction of thoughts, so a lot of energy is conserved. Pretty obvious, isn't it? May not be obvious actually for many people. 20% of the brain energy, the body energy is through these thoughts. And then if you make this 0, then 20% energy is conserved. An optimal food intake, vegetarian food intake. Let's understand a little bit more in this sleep. So the right side picture, we saw this picture earlier. The brain waves, a lot is going on around the brain waves. That's why I mentioned that this keep coming up. So right now you are in that beta state. of low beta, where you are actively listening in. High beta is very stressful state. And so the meditation is naturally lowering the brain waves, we understood. So one of the reasons the sleep is better is because we are already meditation is lowering the brain waves. Another reason is that cortisol, remember we said cortisol keeps us very alert, very awake in the body biologically, so that cortisol that is reduced through meditation because it's removing the stressor. You no longer get stressed with mother-in-law or the son-in-law or daughter-in-law, whatever that is, or your boss. We no longer get stressed with that. And the third one is that higher melatonin level. So there is this chemical is also produced in the pineal gland. It's called the sleep chemical, which is nicely getting produced into a pineal gland, somewhere in the center of all these points. Somewhere in the center, just right below behind these two eyebrows, inside the center. So that pineal gland, melatonin, has a lot of benefits. One of them is the sleep. So it is helping us go into a nice deeper sleep. So meditation is absolutely optimizing the sleep. Optimization is what? Less for more, more for less, whatever that's necessary, right? That's the word optimize. Whatever is exactly needed. So meditation is giving us much energy, and then the sleep chemical, these levels of melatonin are 100 to 300% increased in meditator's brain. And so there is a nice sleep that we can get. And the melatonin is so powerful that it can take us into the deep REM sleeps. And the sleep, there is a mistake here. So this deep REM sleep should not be here. So the delta is the deep REM sleep. And so there is, wait a minute, somebody wants to draw. So the delta state is the deep REM sleep, as rapid eye movement sleep, where we don't have any dreams. Theta state is where you have these dreams, right? And less sleep is sufficient, so which is why we are all gaining a lot of time. And as if you're practicing, if you are waking up in the middle of the night, suddenly feeling fresh, do not force yourself into another sleep cycle. Instead, read books, meditate more. Utilize that time, because that time will be there, friends. The more we meditate, there will be. It's just that now we've just gotten that, okay, I got to get my 8 hours sleep. Experiment, right? You have nothing to lose. If you experiment for, say, 3 weeks, and then slowly then we can say, yes, my body is supporting me sleeping less, and then so I'm still feeling fresh, and then why not, right? Why not take advantage of it? Of course, you're allowed to sleep, and that's the only thing that you want to do, no problem, please go and do. But if you always felt that you have a lot of things to do, and then utilize it. So that's sleep. And the last one is on energy. The third factor, right, is one is our energy in the body is conservation because of thoughts, because of sleep, and then because of the right food intake, right type of food. 3 things. That's how your body energy is consumed. So thought, we know this factor. So 95% repetitive, 80% negative. So much energy is dissipating all the time. Yesterday 20 people died in a car accident. In a bus accident. Total waste of energy, you know that. So somebody got something in our layout here. Negative, and then a thing that does not support in any way. Anyway, we're already taking precautions. So why do you need to worry about what happens to the neighborhood here and there? Just keep thinking about repetitive stuff. This is the single biggest reason that we are also producing the repetitive same thing in future. Thoughts create reality. So negative thoughts drain that energy, not only mind, body, but also the mind, right? And so much. So all of this is going down, dear friends, with meditation. So there is so much energy is conserved. And third one is food intake, and it is very important. The food intake is getting optimized. Just the way doctors tell mothers that, no, just let the child decide what the child wants. Don't try to force stuff onto the child. If that is the case, if the child is able to tell rightly what is required, and then so is the case with the body too. Body will tell us what is required, what is not required. Eat only when we are hungry. Fundamental principle. Sleep when you're feeling sleepy. Don't force yourself to sleep. Don't force yourself to eat because it's 1 o'clock lunchtime. If you want to listen to the body, then that's how you do. Sorry, but if there's anyone who has a fixed regime, I'm sorry about this, but then if you want to listen to the body, so that because the body is telling us, then that's what do. Eat to the hunger level.
இல்லை அப்புறம் கூட 8 மணிக்கு மேல் பேச சொல்லு.
Can I mute, please? Team facilitators. So meditation is helping us reducing cravings, because I talked about this feel-good factor in one of the newsletters yesterday. Because all these feel-good chemicals are there, and so craving is also making us feel good. So because there's lack of control, and so you're trying to go after and something that is available and eat more and more and more. One of the reasons for obesity is that we are so stressed. We're so stressed. And it is there. Of course, one with the people just eat because the craving is there. One reason for it, but many other reasons for it. But even that obesity gets reduced with meditation. But the cravings go down because that feel-good factor is already there. You don't feel like lack of control because it's already something is making you feel good. So lack of control is subdued of the life. And meditation is making us eat optimally because again body is giving us a signal, and then so we are being alert, being mindful, so we are eating whatever is that you feel. Eat at 80% full, that Japanese thing. I love that concept. When I read Ikigai, they tell you that they're eating 80% full, right? So they're always keeping something there. But eat to what is required. And digestion is happening pretty well. We've understood this as the stress is shutting down various systems, including digestion system. And then now, when stress is not there, so digestion system is working normal. So as a result, so you got an easy digestion going, right? So I'm talking about in the context of energy in the body. If the digestion is there, then you know that perfectly it's all metabolism is happening so beautifully. So then energy is there. Otherwise, you feel that lethargic, right? The food is there, it cannot consume, it cannot digest it. It's so lethargic, right? So there's no energy. We feel lazy, if we can't move. By the time 3 o'clock, we feel so sleepy. So increased absorption and de-addictions, and all of these, friends, are a way of the food intake becomes optimal. And then what is the right food intake? And we say plant-based diet, vegetarian diet. Various reasons are there. Compassionate grounds, of course, is there. Economical grounds. $1 billion is spent on just promoting a non-vegetarian burger product that comes out. Just $1 billion. Think of how much of money is going on what it is at the end of the day. So that individual health, amazing amount of statistics are there in individual health for vegetarians versus non-vegetarians in terms of the amount of the percentage increase in various diseases that are possible, susceptible to a body which is eating. Many research are there. Many. You'll be amazed if you just open up and then look at it. Individual health. If you felt the proteins are not there, go figure. Elephant, horse, gorilla, the strongest, heaviest, fastest animals are vegetarians. They're not eating meat. Will produce. Of course, you would have seen. We will definitely post a book around vegetarian diet and some of the calories and protein intakes, and for just to understand, in case you've not understood, that's a myth. That vegetarian diet does not have it. Vegetarian diet has everything. And I found personally, when I became a vegetarian, then I found that one of the core reasons why I'm able to be very healthy is because of this diet. And then two, I naturally became very sharp in memory. I noticed it significantly, very sharp in memory. Correlation, exactly I don't know, but certainly became very sharp. Environmental impact is significant. I couldn't believe that a vegetarian diet, we are producing so much produce, and in that produce, 71% is fed to cattle, and the cattle to produce meat. 71% is produced given to cattle. And then if the 71% is fed to people, there are 40 million people are dying of hunger in the world. Can we not think about that? There is so much of inefficiency. There's so much of resource consumption on the environment. Water, 1:50, or maybe 1:150. That means to produce a pound of beef versus a pound of vegetable diet, one is taking that 150 times more, and then another is just 1 liter means 150 more. Either 50 or 150, I don't exactly remember. There's so much water is consumed just for this. So much of land is grazed. I mean, so much of land is deforested because you got to put now a lot more, right? And again, that is that 1 pound of wheat versus 1 pound of beef. It's 1:20 in terms of the amount of land usage required so that you can produce that amount of cattle feed, and so then you got to feed the cattle and so get it. 20 times more deforestation is happening. Environmental is just amazingly impacted. Think about this, and then more importantly, we're becoming so healthy with vegetarian diet, dear friends. So healthy. Herbivorous, carnivorous, you heard this argument. We have a short intestine and we have a long intestine, whereas these lions and tigers have short intestine. Ours is multi-feet, right? More than 25 feet. Theirs is 3 to 4 feet. So the food has to go through the whole pipe, and it takes a long time to digest. Meat is such a tough one that it takes a short intestines, and it just goes in, comes out. Whereas for us, it just stuck in it, and that's why a lot of lethargy comes. And of course, last time Ramani sir mentioned about it, the emotional outburst of these animals is absolutely coming into the food, and then we're taking in. That is coming in. It is absolutely coming in. If a heart transplant can transform the energy from one person to another, memories, and then you have to understand that there is some animal's body has transformed from one place to another. It's carrying that emotional things in it. It's coming in. So various reasons, dear friends, of why vegetarian intake is a beautiful thing for the body. And of course, it is strengthening our health significantly. And so meditation in general is ensuring that we are going into optimal food intake. With that, we come to the end of our 10th day session, dear friends. We learned how health is improved. We're learning how energy in the body is improved significantly. And then we learn how the memory powers, so physical body and then about the memory. Together, if this is constructed, body and mind is become better, sound, then of course we perform better. And that's something that we'll learn on our Friday masterclass. And to close, Ramani sir is still there, so I think, sir, your concept was so well taken. So would you like to talk about that again? I'd like to hear that.
Yes, Chandra, this is something which I've been sharing with a lot of my friends. A very single and strong proponent for vegetarianism. All of us have this experience whenever we just walk on the road or somewhere and suddenly there is a big honk of a car or a lorry and sound, and then suddenly what happens, whole body, the blood gushes up and you feel sort of shocked. That's because of adrenaline, secretion of adrenaline, about which you have spoken so much. Now, similarly, what happens in animals, we have seen the slaughterhouses, those animals which are taken to the slaughterhouses, they have a sense of, they get to know that they're going to be killed. The moment they are taken closer to the slaughter blade, they try to resist it so much. I've seen it myself. They resist it because they know they're going to be killed. They're full of fear all over. And when that bang comes in, the whole body, that animal's body secretes gallons and gallons of adrenaline. And all this adrenaline, they go and settle in the various muscles, the muscles of the animals, which people love and take it. And this is what is being prepared and given as non-vegetarian food. Imagine when we take such a food, we are consuming so much of ready-made adrenaline. It is so bad for our body. Definitely, vegetarianism is the future of this world. There is no way we can think of killing animals and having the food. There is so much. As a doctor, I can tell you, vegetarian food is so healthy. So healthy, easy to digest. It has also got a very positive influence on the mind of the individual. As you rightly said, how your memory has improved when you stopped on vegetarianism and came back to vegetarian. So definitely the world should switch over. And that is the way perhaps we're going to see more and more people enjoy the benefits of this wonderful life God has given to all of us. Thank you, Chandra.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. As a medical doctor, always it's great to hear, and more so from you, who have really traveled the world, you've seen it all, and are making such an impact to so many millions of lives. Thank you so much, sir. So we hear the closing comes from Karthikeyan sir from Mysore. So
Very
dynamic
powerful.
in traveling. Yes, sir.
Chandra, another beautiful day of meditation, of course, getting better day by day, and very powerful argument in favor of vegetarianism. Let us not make our stomach graveyard of animals. And all arguments you put forward by you and Dr. Ramani, and yes, a lot of contribution for now, so I can read it. But I don't know whether it will be appropriate or not. There is a documentary by the BBC on what happens. Maybe it's a bit too shocking to some people. You must consider whether that should be screened one day. Just a very short 5 minutes or something. After that, I can tell you, nobody will go for eating meat again. Many children, in fact, I can take my own grandchildren in Australia. They have become, not only that, they have become vegans. They also speak about that in their schools. In Australian schools, they all say how they should not eat meat and vegetarianism. And vegan restaurants have become more popular nowadays, One is sentiment and religious, whatever it is, but apart from the purely from point of health also. Physical health, emotional health, every point of view. The future, as Dr. Ramani said, is vegetarianism. We want to save the planet, more and more people should become vegetarians. I'm sure it may be after a lot of disaster, they will learn it. But it's also happening everywhere. The awareness has come. And one organization which boldly promotes vegetarianism is PSSM Movement of Pathology. There are many spiritual organizations. They believe in vegetarianism. Some are hesitant to talk about it because they may lose their followers. After being convinced that vegetarianism is good. Here, I admire Pathology and all of you for the courage with which you are promoting vegetarianism, because that is the only way you can save not only the individual health, the planet as a whole also. I think now it's time for me to go, leave Mysore. Now let me try, if I can give you a view of the Chamundi Hills in my background.
Yes.
Because it's a sacred hills.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how much you can see from here. Very little you can see through the dim window also.
Now we can see it very nicely.
You can see it, Any hill is beautiful. I remember right from Mount Kailas to Mount Shasta, every hill is sacred. And I drove yesterday. It's like a forest. Can you believe? Mysore is the only city with a forest in the backyard. So beautiful. It is so much of it, greenery and flowers and all that. See you in the evening. Thank you. Goodbye to everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Namaskaram.
So one more. We'll just take, as a business leader, as a successful business leader, I also want to hear from SVB, so has been also a vegetarian all throughout, before we close the session, sir. I think
Yes,
it's
yes.
also that myth that business leaders in business, we're talking
Okay,
on
I
a
will hear
session.
him and then leave.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Good morning to everybody. Good morning to T.R.K. and Chandra.
வணக்கங்க வணக்கங்க
வணக்கங்க.
நமஸ்காரம்.
I've been a vegetarian for more than 40 years. I run small dairies in all my, factories, college and other thing. I love animals. I go on adding to newer varieties of domestic, species of cows in my dairy. And about vegetarianism, there's no doubt. We don't need to eat non-vegetarian at all, because I have been eating such non-vegetarian food 40, 50 years back, but I stopped that. And after that, I have been always feeling much better in my health conditions. Now, regarding meditation, now off late, I find after you complete your meditation part, I am so blissful. In fact, I don't want to break it. Maybe I would like to continue even for an hour, that feeling of blissfulness. And I think, do I take it that blissfulness is also a meditation part of the whole process? I would
Yes,
like
sir.
to know from.
Yes, sir. It is the final state of transcendental states where you are in that
Only
bliss state.
one more point, Chandra. May I add one more point? Chandra?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, just completing discussion
See,
with SAB.
unfortunately, what is happening today, the ignorance, of the parents. They think, giving meat, fish, and all that to the children only make them healthy. The children who are reluctant to eat, they force them to eat, telling, no, you'll become strong. This is also another stupidity. If you eat fish, you become more intelligent. I am sorry to say that. Even educated people, enlightened people. I see, why do you force the children? They don't like it. The parents are vegetarian. Somebody told them, then only become more intelligent, become strong. This is unfortunate tendency I'm seeing even among educated people. They force the children to become non-vegetarians. That's a very sad thing. Thank you.
Yes, sir. That is, yeah, yeah. That's a very, very good point. Very, very good point. The parents with out of interest and love, and then we keep doing this. But I think it's got to be individual experience. So, thank you so much for bringing that point. Yes, sir. SVB, sir.
Bye-bye.
It's great. Thank you
Welcome.
for your point, sir. Yes, meditation is taking us a bliss state, and vegetarianism is making us very, very healthy, compassionate, and everything feeds into the other. We are more vegetarian, more compassionate. Only then we can become one with others. Prima facie, how is it possible otherwise? It's not possible, because on the one we are taking it onto the dining table, another you're saying is my pet, holding into your hand. They're two different. I mean, it's just contradictory.
No, if the children are taken to the dairies where they will go see the cows and all the calves, then if they play with the calves, then they will understand the importance of not having any non-vegetarian food. I think the one way to make the children to understand the happiness with which they can enjoy by playing with the calves is another thing could be thought of by the schools.
Yes, sir. I think some ideas. Maybe we'll have to plan an experiential thing of this for people. But I'm sure it's happening. It's happening. On average, about 50,000 people in the world are becoming vegetarian per week by a master who's done some research and written it. I think it's a small number, but it's got to become bigger and bigger. It's going to happen. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time. Beautiful comments by a highly accomplished multi-business leader and medical doctor come running a non-profit foundation. And then, of course, Karthikeyan sir, a government official and a significant accomplished leader. All I was talking about vegetarianism, dear friends. There's got to be something. So if anybody's still thinking about it, it is the time to become a vegetarian at once. So thank you all, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am. letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I can hear spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. It's love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. It's the love that heals, the love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only
Okay.
Sir, we have Ramesh sir.
Yes. Ashitar.
Yes, sir. Sir, can you please unmute yourself? Ramesh Bapta sir. Bapna.
Yeah. Good morning, Chandraji. Good morning, everybody. In fact, we are Jains, and Jains are supposed to be pure vegetarians. And we have a big gaushala here in Coimbatore. Almost 1,100 cows are there. And all these cows which are supposed to go to slaughter are stopped at the Tamil Nadu border near Kerala and brought to gaushala and protected there till the end. And these cows, which looked very sad, very sick when they came, they were not able to even, you can see the emotional feeling on them. Slowly, after a few weeks or a month, they start even giving milk. They start they enjoying the atmosphere. We have about 20 acres of land where the cows can graze around, and there are cow sheds where the cows are properly fed. So you can see the emotion feeling on the cow and the happiness that is there once they arrive here. And when they are going for slaughter, on the transport itself, they realize that they'll be slaughtered, and you can see the sickness on their face that is going to be the end of their life. It's very satisfying. I think if there's an opportunity, you should visit this Gausala. Very scientifically done, very, very nicely maintained, and vegetarianism can really be promoted there. That's what I would like to add to that.
Thank you, Ramesh. Thanks for the information. Absolutely. I think we've always honored animals. I wish that we extended it to every animal, right? I think there is that. So we have one where we extend it to all animals. I think it's great. But
Yeah, at
certainly,
Gausala we do even have birds which are affected by or which are not able to fly. We just bring them there, just protect them, and once they are ready to fly, we just leave them free.
wonderful.
We even have other animals also where they are treated.
Wonderful.
But it's done. Yeah.
Most certainly, a very noble thing. Certainly, your heart is going out, and it's a great way of taking care of them in their old age or whatever that, right? That's why they get into that state. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Certainly, when you come to Coimbatore, I would love to visit that.
Yeah, it should visit. In
Yes,
fact,
yes. Thank you.
We have Raghu Ramalingam, sir. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir. Sir, really, I am very much happy about talking about that vegetarian. It is not only increasing our health point, it is actually increasing our healing power. And I am already experiencing. One of my secretary of the society, he organized that Sai Baba's meeting, and he was so ill. And I was eating non-vegetarian. I told if he healed immediately, and I will leave that. It happened 10 years before. And I have not informed him. Within 10 minutes, he say, Raghuji, I am going to bathroom. For 3 days, he cannot go to the bathroom. He was fever. So from that moment, I left that. So that healing power, energies, and lot of other benefits also inside that taking that vegetarian. And also yesterday when they talk about that energy level, when you are doing that heart elevation, Dr. Arunaji was sharing. So immediately I was testing with that energy level. I find what was my heart level, and after that meditation, how much you see how much it is moving that. So these are all the energy level. It's actually increasing. Once we are having the awareness, we can experience and can contribute for others. Thank you very much.
Okay, wonderful. That's great. Thank you, Raghuji, for that observation. Okay. I see a question. I see a question. NC sir, yes, please go ahead.
Chandra, in fact, I don't know whether you received the message that I'll be out of station for the next 2 days, that is today and tomorrow. In fact, I'm traveling. You can see me in the car. But still, I didn't want to miss because I thought I'll at least make an attendance. I just joined after the meditation was over. In fact, nutrition is one of my favorite area. In fact, I'm a peer reviewer for one of the journals, non-communicable diseases, where I'm the peer reviewer for nutrition part, and we have done some studies with Japanese universities, regarding food intake and vegetarianism. And of course, plant diets have got a lot of antioxidants. So many things have been said. I don't want to repeat other things. Antioxidants prevent non-communicable diseases, especially hypertension, via stabilizing the endothelial cells. Similarly, diabetes. Similarly, coronary artery disease, that is heart disease. So, this point I would like to stress, that is, there's one substance called the reactive oxygen species, which are reduced by antioxidants, which are which are given by the plant-based diet. So, I've already told last 2 months I have become total vegetarian. I have not taken even a single egg in the last 60 days of starting the medication. And as a medical doctor also, I am advising my patients not to take, because moreover, the meat is cooked with a lot of oil. So that produces a lot of cholesterol, and we will have to take more medications. So we can reduce the number of medicines also by taking vegetarian food. That point I would like to add as a medical doctor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That's wonderful to know. I think medical science research, all that you said it so beautifully in short words. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sir, we have question from YouTube. They are asking, what about eggs?
No, eggs also have life. If you are becoming a vegetarian because there is increasing reasons, and the life allowing life to grow. Life expands life, life grows life, life nurtures life. And then so we cannot and we don't want to be touching them too. And compassionate grounds. We're not given, nobody is given right to us to stop something else. Of course, accidentally, when you're driving, when you're doing something accidentally, there's the many things that get the right of way. Intentionally, unintentionally, two things are there. Unintentionally, unknowingly doing things is different. But knowingly, we cannot. Knowingly, we cannot. Once you know that there is a life form, then knowingly we avoid as much. Now, there is a question on plants. Plants also have consciousness, so why is it? So, we have to understand, it's an argument for the sake of argument. You have an animal right in front and then you cut it and there is a blood spilled over, this and that, versus you go and then take a branch and then what do you see? What appeals to you? How grossly you feel on the one versus the other? Those who are talking argumentally were purely at an intellectual level. But the moment you put your feeling into it, then you know that, okay, right in front, this animal, the moment it is taken off, that head is taken off, is a gross sight. Whereas, taking that branch off is perhaps your body, how does it feel? Now, I'll tell you what the reason is. The reason is there is this group consciousness and individual consciousness. So, the plants have the group consciousness. The group consciousness, the suffering is very, very minute. Very, very minute. It's like, you have a lot of hair strands on your body and then pull out one. It pains, but it's a little bit, right? It's not like, life threatening. It has a small suffering. You pull a hair strand out like this. It's like that, there is this group consciousness. They don't have an individualized consciousness. They're all together collectively growing. And then, so individualized ones, it's very, very minute. It's like taking one hair strand off a body. Still, overall consciousness exists there. One reason. There are many like that. So, plant-based diet, while everywhere, mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, human kingdom is the 4 levels. And we are all evolving from one to the other, and then everywhere, of course, there is that way consciousness is there. So, consciousness has a feeling, and so the feeling can be hurtful, painful. But the point is, the point is, as we go into the group consciousness to an individual, individualized ones is where the suffering is a lot higher. Individual is where the impact to the growth is a lot higher, because you have a few design and a plan, and then so individualized consciousness, we have to allow the freedom for it to exist. And the second thing is that many of them are giving. Many of them are giving. There is a way of giving, right? Many of them give, which otherwise is getting spoiled. They give that food for us to consume as their gratitude towards the environment. So taking the fruits, vegetables, they all are there, absolutely consume, because they're their way of contributing. They want to be, they feel great, and so they're also contributing that way. So there is, but somebody is intellectually arguing, don't bother about it. Talk about it and leave it. Next one. I think that's Madhavi or somebody asked that question. I wanted to say that, yes.
Sir Magesh, sir.
Yeah, I'm unmuted, right? Pranam Chandraji, I think I must really, I express my gratitude for wonderful session what you've been conducting last 10 days or so. It's really wonderful experience. Really kind of a trance kind of a feeling I get. So my question coming back to I'm audible?
Yes, you're audible.
My question is regarding this. When I'm doing a meditation, can I think about, you were saying that empty the mind, empty mind. Suppose during that time, can I say my energy can flow towards my chakras? Can I imagine like that? Can I manifest that, my energy should go to each chakra? So there are 7 chakras in body, which are, of course, there are a lot of chakras, but 7 chakras most popular or very important. Can I manifest such that I can put my energy towards that direction, or I just keep the mind empty, no thoughts?
Meditation is foundation, Mageshi. If you just do meditate, it is automatically taking care of everything. Meditation is driving that energy up into the different parts of the body where it is necessary. So to make it simple, all we need is meditation, the breath meditation we are doing. And then yes, there are these various energy centers, so where your attention goes, the energy flows, so all that is there, so you can apply onto various aspects that you're talking about. That is also there. But in general, we just work with, because even there, only focusing about 7 things is all again limiting. You may be missing out somewhere else. If you leave it to the universe, then the universe probably is letting it flow to the places where it is most necessary for you then and that time, So, but having said that, the concept of energy centers in the body are there. And when you are on a specific purpose and a mission, you want to go and then energize those centers, and you want to drive up energy into them, sure, you can do that too. But I suggest that by default, just do a meditation more and more and more, and specific purpose, specific things you want to look at the energy centers, and then you do that. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
We have few of them. You are ready
my
to
God. We are ready to leave.
Okay.
Oh God. Okay.
No, yeah.
Yes, that's good. So our senior meditators are waiting to do this. Yeah, thank you. We'd like to leave. I'd like to leave. I need to step in for something else. 8 o'clock. So we'll take your questions tomorrow. Yes, Nirmala Madam, Shailaja, Meena Joshi, and others. Thank you all, and have a great day. And we'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow is Business Professional Day, so we'll listen in for some nice transformation experiences tomorrow on Thursdays. Any professional, so we'll listen into the experiences, and then do not miss the book clubs. I believe today is Wednesday. There's no book club. Anybody, any leader? I think there's no book club today, isn't it? Anyway, so just follow the schedule in the WhatsApp groups. Thank you all. Have a great day. Thank you, Sheetal.